Good morning. Opening prayer. The energy of love is within us and is us. Whole and complete is the I am that we are. We awaken to the truth of our being. We will this be done within and without. May we come to recognize that we receive all that we give. We know that we have forgiven ourselves when we forgive others of all grievances held within our minds. May we not be led into temptation by the voice of separation, but instead may we transcend all illusions. For ours is the power, peace, and love of Christ consciousness found within each of us, who is but the perfect extension of the one mind and heart that is shared by all, and is our birthright as the holy extension of love itself. Our affirmation of faith. We believe in one God, the author and energy of all life, whose love sustains the universe and all things found within it. Our 5 Christ principles. 1. There is only one energy in the universe. That energy is love, at all times active in everyone, everywhere. 2. We are the divine energy of love, and that energy is found throughout the universe and in all things, whether seen or unseen. 3. We create our experiences by what we choose to think, feel, and believe, thereby establishing our responsibility for our own choices. 4. Through opening our heart center, we contact with the energy of love and bring out the Christ within us. 5. We express our desire to be of service when we live and demonstrate Christ consciousness in all our affairs. And don't forget, God loves us like crazy.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to everyone who is here, to those who are watching. I'd like to thank you for joining us here at the Church of Christ Consciousness. We are here for those who are ready to live the truth of their being. Today, I have chosen a topic. Never discussed this before. And I thought, I heard it I was listening to something many days ago, and I heard this person say this. I'm like, I like that as the title of a topic. So what is it? It is this: self-awareness versus unified awareness. As human beings, we are self-aware. We know that. We can think of in terms of I am. We recognize ourselves if we look in a mirror. And we can think in terms of me, my, right? Which is self-awareness. Which is supposedly higher than that of the animal kingdom. Yet, we have come to a time where self-awareness no longer serves us. There is a paradigm shift occurring. Most of us feel it, whether we recognize it or know it's happening. We feel it. We feel something is changing. And it is. We're moving from the time of self-awareness into unified awareness. But what is meant by unified awareness? Because that's really what I'd like to talk about today. We all know what self-awareness is. We've been self-aware long enough. Just thinking about me or I, it's thinking in terms that I am separate from everyone else. Unified awareness literally means the following. Unified means coming together in oneness. That's its definition. Coming together in oneness. You can look up, and here's the cool part, you can look up oneness in the dictionary, and it says completion, wholeness, sameness. So what is unified awareness? Well, first, it represents the heart and the mind coming together in oneness, in unity, where the mind now trusts the feelings of the heart. It goes even deeper. It is the masculine and feminine aspect that is within all of us. The mind being the masculine, the heart being the feminine, coming together in oneness and in unity. But more than anything else, it is the recognition that we are all the same and that we complete each other. Sounds like that movie with Tom Hanks. You complete me. Yeah. Once you understand what unified awareness is, you recognize that we complete each other. And in each other is found our wholeness. That is the new paradigm. Unified awareness is the new paradigm. It is the paradigm that is based on the teachings of Jesus. Love one another. Love one another as you love yourself. Self-awareness is to love oneself. Unified awareness is to love others as you love yourself. That's unified awareness. We're moving truly into the time where if we are awake, we will recognize ourself in everyone we meet. That self is the spark, the light that Jesus spoke of at the Sermon on the Mount. It is the light of God that is within each one of us. And in that sense, we are one. Because we each share the same light. Now, does unified awareness mean, does it mean that there will not be there will not be individuation? No, it does not mean that. But instead of taking everything personally, which really is no longer serving us, the idea that we are separate beings, walking amongst other separate beings, with nothing in common, is no longer working. If you don't believe me, turn the news on. It's not working real well. But in unified awareness, we recognize our sameness. We recognize that we do better when we all are doing better. And instead of beating each other down, we extend an arm to help raise each other up. That's how we truly will live in peace. Unified awareness is coming into peace with each other. We are truly one in God. The people who are here, they know that my favorite prayer found in all of the Bible is the final prayer that Jesus gave at the Last Supper. Love that prayer. When they had finished eating, Jesus said, Father, may they know that I am in you and you are in me and they are in me as I am in you. May they know of their complete unity. May they know of their complete unity. He was speaking nearly 2,000 years ago of what I'm calling unified awareness. That we know that we are one. And instead of fighting each other, we come together to work with each other. Can you imagine the world where we all help each other out instead of claiming me, me, me? The days of just being self-aware are fading fast. Now, I know that there are those who are in fear. There are people who fear change. Well, I'm going to say this. Welcome to the world of change. Everything changes pretty quickly. Today it changes rapidly. But those people who hold on to the old paradigm and they're clinging, white-knuckling it, you can see what is happening. Self-awareness is based in fear. Is based in surviving, eking out a living. That's the old paradigm. Unified awareness is the recognition of one thing. The founding fathers of this nation gave us our motto. We've had it for 200 years. E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. Out of many, one. By the way, it's on every dollar bill that's passed out to people that you hand out at the store, whatever. Out of many, one. Now, after 200 years, finally, we can come into the recognition that on our dollar bill for your entire life has been getting you ready for unified awareness. That out of many, we are one. Most people look at it, have no idea what it means. The Latin e pluribus unum. They may have learned out of many one, but it represents unified awareness. The awareness that although we are many, all is one. We speak with a common voice. We care for each other. We love each other. We help raise each other up. And we realize that by doing so, we have transcended the old paradigm of service to self, which is self-awareness, to service to others, which, by the way, is service to self. When you realize that by serving others, by giving, you are really giving unto yourself. There's no greater love. And it all starts with the commandment, the second commandment that Jesus gave. He only gave 2. Love ye one another as you love yourselves. But notice he didn't say, love yourself, then love others. Love others as you love yourself. We have spent enough time loving our personal self. Now, we have spent enough time. And it has kind of made a mess of things. Now it's time to love each other. That's the beauty of unified awareness. That is the peace that naturally comes from caring for one another, for loving one another, and living in a state of oneness, of unity. That was always the purpose of our great nation. Sometimes we haven't lived up to it, but we have the chance to change it. And I will end with this today. When we live in unified awareness, we will know the difference between force and power. Next week, if you'll join me, I'm going to discuss what is the difference between force and power. But I would like to at least address this today. Self-awareness relies on force. Unified awareness rests in power, true power. It rests in the power of love, the power of choice, the power to choose, to live in oneness, to live seeing each other as equals and deserving, caring. That's the world I want to live in. And I hope it is the world that you want to live in. And we can. By coming into the new paradigm, service to others, which is service to self, but by loving, by truly loving. There is one purpose, and one purpose only, in unified awareness. Love. It is to give love. And it is knowing that by giving love, we will be taken care of. It isn't to give fear, to live in fear. It is to give love and to be that love so that we can finally be the light of the world, as Jesus told us we were. It's time to live that light, to be that light, and to be the reflection of God on earth. That is unified awareness. And that is bringing heaven, which Jesus told us was within us, to the outer world. But we must stop thinking in terms of just self-awareness. Most people have no idea that there was something above self-awareness.
Mhm.
It's unified awareness. It is the awareness that we all are all that is. Thank you.
As we get comfortable in our seats and begin to pray, let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, I am, and breathe out. Breathe in, I am, and breathe out. And as we get ready for this week, let's set a guidepost right now to be able to come back to this place, to guide our life, to be the light that we need moving into the future. I'm going to ask you to call upon a time in your life. I want you to remember a feeling that you had when time stood still. It could be the time you first looked into a newborn's eyes, the first moment you knew you were in love, or when you sit happily with your pets being licked on your face or stroking your cat. And when you sit, go back into that moment, feel that moment again. Let the timelessness of love re-enter your heart. And be there for just a moment. Recognize this as a moment of true love and unity. Let this be your guide and know what true love is. It's not conditional. It is patient. It is kind. It is loving. It is generous. As you walk through the week, give that love, that patience, that kindness. See everybody in a holy moment.
Thank you again for joining us. Again, to those who are here, to those watching, and to those who will watch later this week. Thank you for joining us. And remember, we are moving from self-awareness into unified awareness, into the time of love, the time of peace, and the time of happiness. If you would, please silently say with me our closing prayer. Divine love, through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We give and receive in love. Amen. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, everyone, and God bless us all.